Hi, this is Curt, and welcome to another edition of Fire Law Roundup.
Let's go to Connecticut, where, I've had this issue come up a lot. In fact, I just had a similar issue. To the extent I understand what the issue is, I'll explain this. So here we have an elected official. She's the tax person.
Tax collector.
And apparently, and this matters, as a tax collector, she apparently sits on the municipal board as a tax collector. Now, I have a million questions, but we have a lawsuit filed by her. This is nothing but a lawsuit. She's suing under the First Amendment, basically saying that she's no longer, because she's being punished and retaliated against, she's no longer allowed to speak at these board meetings as an elected official. Now, I will tell you, I've had this issue and had to give advice. But the issue I've had, and I'll explain the difference, has been where it's actual board members who are elected and to make policy. And making policy, you can't stop somebody from speaking. So she's alleged, which would be very legitimate if she was a board member with policy making and voting decisions. As a tax collector, I don't know what her, involvement is in speaking and et cetera. Is she allowed to? But if she has the right to speak as an elected official, she's going to win this. Now she also alleges, well, you're limiting my time to speech. I don't have a problem with that. But I do have a problem with you can't speak at all. So I don't know if you want to spend any more time on this than that. But if you have an elected official and you're mad at them, you can't tell them they can't speak.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. What I try to do is I try to provide a smattering of the cases that are out there so that folks understand that there's a range of cases that come up. This is just it's just one of those cases. I thought it was kind of not the typical case that we see, but they do happen.
I've seen this with fire district commissioners come up a lot, and they're so mad at the commissioner for doing something, saying, we're not going to allow you to speak. I'm like, you can't do that. So this type of thing does come up. But just, it's one thing. I got too deep in this when I read it. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I could see she can't speak about a relative. That could be a conflict. I was coming up with way too much, so I'm not even going to go down there.